So, well, we back. Bronx Weekly. We do this every Thursday, 9 p.m. We got an amazing show. We have our special guest tonight, Leighann Lord. You could have caught her at Comedy Central. She's been on AXS Live, The Gotham. Richie Redding is our other guest. He opens for Cat Williams. And, you know, we have our regulars that star with us every week, Camille Theobald and Tino, hashtag Romero. So it's going to be a hell of a show. And this is our
actually watch all of his news conferences. I really do, because I'm waiting for him to snap.
Yeah, that's just like
You like it.
honey, you don't have to talk. Those pants are so tight we can read your lips.
Oh yeah, we back. Like we said, it's the Bronx Weekly Show. Great guest tonight. This past week, it's been pretty. You know, we started the NBA Finals. LeBron James and them guys won the first game. Everyone expected it. It's pretty much the bubble season, so it's going to be an asterisk by that anyway. LeBron, we had a big Facebook debate about whether LeBron James or Michael Jordan is the GOAT. And I put it simply like this. They both had great careers. They both were amazing athletes. But if it's 5 seconds left in the game, Game 7, the NBA Finals, who you going to get a ball to, LeBron or Jordan? LeBron's going to probably pass to Jordan. So that probably solved that answer right there. The greatest is the one that's going to win that game, that last shot. We know Mike is going to take that shot. What else? Oh, we saw the debate this week. Now, we could talk about this debate forever because it was the most embarrassing. Just if you are born in the United States, that has to embarrass you. White people should be double embarrassed because if they look like two savages up there on the stage, two savages under a scaffold in a bad neighborhood, and we saw more of the same with the current president, number 45. He didn't answer the question about the taxes. He didn't answer the question about white supremacy. Would he denounce it? His answer was, what do you want me to say? Okay, all right, stand back and stand by. Now that to me, I'm just watching it. That sounded like he was telling them, if things don't go the way I want them to go, then do whatever, But, that's just me speculating. Now he also, the most racist part of the whole thing wasn't when Biden was calling Trump a racist. That wasn't that bad. The worst part was when Biden said, Mr. President, you don't like black people. And his response was, Joe, neither do you. That was like, yeah, of course we don't like them. What are you talking about? Forget them black people, man. Like, oh yeah, we on stage. My bad. That was crazy. That was it. I mean, it was so disrespectful. It was Trump kept interrupting him. Biden already is a stutterer. It was a bad combination. It didn't go together. It was I'm bad. I feel bad because I know the rest of the world is looking at us like a bunch of imbeciles for voting for this dude 4 years ago and letting him, a reality show star run the country. And we say that the president is just a position and he don't got that much power, but right now he got these like Proud Boys, these different figments of the KKK ready to go. They ready to go. I'm seeing all kinds of things online where they like, if Trump don't win, we're about to get crazy. So we don't know what's going on with the country right now. It's a crazy situation in the midst of a pandemic. That we got this president that, and then we gotta figure out. He's basically saying if the vote comes through the mail, is rigged. So he's not accepting a loss. If he doesn't win, then it's rigged. So then he's not gonna tell his Proud Boys to stand by anymore. So we're in a cold situation right now. But the Lakers gonna win the championship, so maybe that could be a little bit of consolation for all the stuff we're going through. For I guess at least for you people in California. But yeah, we still waiting on a couple of our guests to step in. I see Leighann Lord is in here. Leighann, she's here. She's in the room. I can see her.
Hey,
There she goes. I see you got your hair did. Camille Comedy is in the building with her recreations. Okay. All right.
Hey.
Leighann Lord is in the building, y'all. Thank you for taking a little time out. I mean, we all know that everybody's time is even more precious than ever right now. So thanks for taking a moment so we could learn a little bit about Leighann Lord.
Okay.
How you been doing? How you been surviving?
Dude, I don't know. I really don't. Just every day, one foot in front of the other. You know how Black folks do. We just do. Until they catch us and I see y'all in the camps. We gonna do the best we can.
That's it. That's it. Hopefully it don't end up like that. It's looking.
Yeah. People were hoping that 1938 in Germany too. So if hope's your plan.
Oh man.
Yeah, I took it there.
Well, listen, it's so crazy of a time right now. I was just watching Selma this morning. I don't know why it just was on, and I was like,
you needed some extra heartache. What are you doing? Like,
I don't know.
You know what? Let me put on Roots. Like,
I started watching, and they was walking across that bridge. It was so
okay,
but it was the same thing that's kind of happening now. It made me feel like we haven't made as much progress as we should have made in 40, 45 years, 50 years. It's ridiculous. But we want to talk about you a little bit,
Okay.
Where are you from? When did you start comedy and why?
Oh, wow. I am born and raised in New York City. I'm a Queens girl. I know that there's not a lot of natives, but I'm one of them. Let's see. I started comedy. I want to say it must have been about 1866, 67. Me and Harriet Tubman was doing open mics. You know how it is. Chick is mad funny when she put that gun down. No. I've been doing it a minute. My actual start year was 1992. Yeah. So I don't do the math because it hurts my feelings.
Oh wow. So you were like 5 years old?
No one would ever expect you to say anything like 92. So
no, they wouldn't.
Yeah, you just say back in the day,
Back in the day,
Yeah. What made you get into comedy?
Oh wow, man! There were a confluence of reasons, but I mean, I did theater in college, which is different, but you get that bug to be on stage in some capacity. I was a writer. My degree was in journalism and creative writing. And since about grammar school, I was that kid that was funny. I was funny for my friends, on purpose. And I added those things up, and I was always a lover of comedy. I loved watching it on TV. And I was like, you know what? I hate working my corporate job, which I highly recommend. I highly recommend having a job you hate, because that will inspire you to figure out what you want to do. And I had that. No, seriously, it's like, how do I get out of this cubicle and stop coming up here at 9 a.m. with these people I don't like? So it was very motivating. And I took a class because I'm a type A, very organized person. I'm like, there's got to be a book, there's got to be a class. I'll figure it out. And from the first time I stepped on stage, I haven't looked back. So it just felt. It felt comfortable. It felt like it took all of my skills and gave them a safe space and place to play. So, yeah.
So comedy is a little more dangerous though, like on stage. You taking more chances. Like, theater is pretty much you're learning something, and then you're kind of reiterating what you've been going over and over and over again. And different comedy is a little more spontaneous at times. The crowd may not react the way you want them to react to your joke, and how do you handle those moments?
Well, okay, those feel like almost two different thoughts, because it is a different medium. It is more direct. There is no fourth wall. You are everything. You are writer, producer, director, performer. You're everything in that moment. It's all you, which is really scary for some folks. Yeah. And for those of us who have just the right amount of brain damage, we like, when am I up? You should expect that it's always going to go well. That's just part of the process. My goodness, that's life. Life doesn't always go well. Now what you got? I learned, I don't know how to say this. I had to figure out pretty early that I wasn't everybody's cup of tea. But I had to learn to be okay with that, and that I wasn't trying to be. If you tell me the show was Wednesday at midnight, I'm like, no, it's not for me. That's not my show. Those are not my people. Now in the very beginning, I would go anywhere and everywhere. Anybody had a stage and a microphone, and maybe not even had a mic that really worked, I was there. So in the beginning, you really, really do have to pay your dues and pay them for quite a while. But part of that process is figuring out your voice, your audience, and where those things work best. And then even when you're not in an ideal environment, how do you put your best foot forward? And sometimes it's working up that ability to be you 1,000%, even when it's not your audience. Because I think people sense when you're afraid, or if you're insecure, or if you feel like, you know what, I shouldn't really be in here. I gotta go. No, you be there. You be there 1,000%. And somebody listen, as long as they're not throwing stuff at you or interrupting too much, I think people can respect, and they go, you know what? She did her thing. Or he did his thing. And it's like I refer to it as a blind date. We all show up. We don't know, who we're going to meet. We show up with our best intentions, and we can get to the end of the night and be like, where have you been in my life? Or I never want to see you again in life. You have to be up for either of those options, and no, it's not the ends of the world. Either way it goes.
Well, who are some mentors that you use to kind of maybe throw information, to get information from, to throw joke premises at, or
everybody. Everybody. Oh my gosh. In the beginning, it was so embarrassing because I loved comedy so much. I hung out all the time. Like, I don't know where I got that energy. I guess it's that energy of youth and like, I'm doing something I want to do. Those two things combined will have you believing you don't need 7 hours or 8 hours of sleep. And so I would watch comedy all the time. I would go up to headliners and go, do you mind if I watch your set? And they'd look at me like, what? Like, No, of course you can watch. That's why everybody's here. Or I would tell the MCs, like, I'm trying to get good at being an MC. That's the entry position. Do you mind if I sit and watch you? And they would just, I was just this hungry little puppy, you know, and they would just look at me like, oh, she's cute. Yeah, okay. Just so much energy and so much enthusiasm. And my mentor, you know, the guy that I took classes from, Rob Weinstein, who was amazing. He's very type A too. So everything was typed out and printed, and, you know, it spoke to the way my brain works. He encouraged all the students to watch comedy, to listen to comedy, to go to open mics, watch bad comedy. He goes, bad comedy is better than good comedy, because you see where people are making mistakes. You know, you'll see that it's sometimes not even about talent. Sometimes the most talented people don't have what it takes to get on stage and take their lumps. Whereas people who should never be on stage in front of anybody ever for anything in life are coming back to the open mic every week. And it's like, if you can combine that attitude, you know, with talent, where you keep coming back and you don't get dissuaded or afraid, that's worth the price of admission. So I was very hungry. I felt like I could learn from anybody. Like, there would be open micers where other comics would walk out of the room and I would stay, you know, because I'm like, the person on stage is treating this like a therapy session. I'm watching somebody be brave and stand on stage, you know. So just an open mind and a willingness to learn, because you never know. I'll tell you a quick story. I did a spot in Brooklyn, and man, it was terrible. It was like my first year in comedy. You know, the entrance to the kitchen was right behind the stage, so waiters and waitresses are coming in out right behind you. I mean, it was just not a great setup. And I got off stage, and I did my little 5 minutes, whatever. I got off stage, and it was this old, what was he? I don't know, like 40. Old guy at the bar, grizzled old dude. You know, I thought he was drunk, but he was like, do you like what you do? And I said, yes. He goes, and how come you don't smile? And I was like, what? And after that, I didn't toss that comment aside. I really thought about it. If I'm happy, if I'm loving what I'm doing, why am I not smiling on stage? Why am I not smiling when I come off stage? Because the audience can see that. They can feel that. And if you're having a good time, even if you're not their cup of tea 100%, they want to have a good time with you. You know, I'm not talking combat shows. You know, just because I don't do combat, I do comedy. I'm not trying to fight with people. You know, if you got some other issue, you know, maybe you should do some therapy and then come to the show. But again, you just never know where you'll get advice. And I've never saw this old drunk man again in my life. But he gave me something that stuck with me my entire career.
So do you think starting in the early 90s in a lady in comedy, I mean, I know they had like, you know, Def Comedy Jam and stuff like that, but like, was it kind of, how was it trying to break into like mainstream rooms? Because I know you do like Gotham and you do, you know, Caroline sometimes and all of that. So like, how did you maneuver?
Well, if you're asking me if it was easy, no. It's not. Everybody thinks, oh, it's got to be some perfect time to start comedy. And you know what? In a way, there was the 80s. You know, I know lots of 80s comics, you know, they got paid thousands of dollars or got paid in cocaine, got flown to do shows. I mean, these were like the glory days of comedy. I literally started comedy, the comedy bust. And, you know, comics were going, yeah, comedy's dead. You can't do comedy. And comedy's always dying. It always is. Yeah. There's never, you know, past the 80s, there's never a great time to start stand-up. You get bit by it, you know, it grabs you some kind of way and you start. You can't ever dissuade somebody in the beginning when they've got that little light in their eyes and they say they want to do it. You're like, oh, okay. You just give them the best advice. But I did what everybody before me did. I showed up. I kept going to clubs. I wasn't past that because you got to hang out. You got to do FaceTime. You got to bar stool it. You got to meet other comics. You have to, earn their trust, have them see you, and comics see you at one place. They go, oh, hey, there's a mic over here. There's a club over here. Because the real way you get in is by recommendation, by people knowing your work. And so I spent all of my early years doing nothing but writing jokes and hanging out at clubs at night. I mean, I remember one time at the old New York Comedy Club, I was there all the time. It was like my second home. My home club was the Comic Strip. After that, it was New York Comedy Club. And, somebody didn't show up for their spot. And the manager was like, okay, Leighann, I'm going to put you up. Okay. And I said, okay. And then he looked at me, he goes, did Al pass you? And I went, no. Stupidly. I was honest. I was so stupid. And he went, okay. And he put me on anyway. Back in the day, you knew the night to hang out at the Comic Strip was Sundays. Because, the real headliners, the real big players, they were working Friday and Saturday. By Sunday, they might be a little tired. They might be coming in off the road. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to do this Sunday spot. I'm going to curl up with my boo. But you there in the club for that moment when somebody canceled and you might get that 9:40 spot, And so you had to hang out and learn which clubs were the best, the best times to do that and all that. So I just hung out and worked. That's how I got in. And I tried to do rooms other than mainstream rooms. I mean, there were bar shows and whatnot. Like I said, any place that had a microphone. And I had to learn what places were receptive to me, because what I didn't want to do is have to fight with folk and have the room determine my style. I wanted the freedom to figure that out. And mainstream rooms gave you that freedom to figure yourself out. And so that's why I ended up there more so than other places.
Well, that's a good thing. You got to know your personnel, and that's knowing yourself, especially in comedy. Now, our second guest for the evening just popped in. He opens for Cat Williams. He performs all over the country, and he also performs at the Grizzly Pear a lot. Helped us, kind of get that place rolling when we took things over in 2017. So y'all give Richie Redding a little love right now. Show him some love.
Yeah.
Do it.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, Richie Redding in the building, sporting that little mohawk.
Yeah. Ooh, look at you.
We got it's a little fun on top.
Did you do that, Kenny?
Back, huh?
No,
That's that Mad Max Thunderdome thing going on,
Hell
man.
Yeah.
Couple parts on the side.
Dude, it started as a troll, but I think it's just me now. Until there's a vaccine. I'm rocking the mullet.
Oh, so you're going to have that a while, okay.
I think 10-year-old you, 10-year-old you would be like, whoa, I look so cool.
It's literally the haircut I wanted when I was 12, and my mom wouldn't let me.
Isn't adulthood amazing? What we get to do now?
Yeah.
You can do stuff with that too. Put gel in it, make it go up and all that.
Yeah. It's a thing. It's its own thing. Leighann, it's great to see you. I've seen
you too.
Other two here. Kenny, I'd say this in all honesty. This is the first time I think I've ever seen you visibly high. like maybe there's something about sitting in it, because you're always sidewalk high when I see you at the club. You're at home high right now, bro.
Oh my God. So did this interview even happen? Was I talking? What happened?
Of course. Listen, my best questions come out when I'm creative and full of the herbal essence.
Yeah,
you are functional. Okay. You appreciate the sativa, not the indica. Okay.
I'm both.
Really?
I'm a hybrid, baby.
All trees.
Hybrid. There you go. There you go. My bad.
When I see Kenny on the street, he's always got like a stop and friskable amount of weed on him. At home, he's about to stash.
Well, comedy don't pay like it used to.
Not right now.
So Richie, man, how you been doing over this pandemic, man. It's been like, we got on the rooftop and got on stage a couple weeks back, but before that, it's been like 5-6 months before we've shared a stage.
Yeah, I mean, I was really lucky that I was able to, the last set before quarantine, I was already planning to do it, but I recorded an album for the very last set, March 14th at 10 p.m. And,
Wow.
so that was a total blessing. But then, yeah, it was like September 5th or something before I got back on stage.
Wow.
But, yeah, I mean, I think Kenny, I don't know if, I doubt the ladies know, I had a real fucked up quarantine that, both of my girlfriend's parents got COVID very early on, and they both wound up being on ventilators at the same time. And yeah, miraculously we got them both back, but it was like fucking intense, dude. So if there's one thing I couldn't relate to is people that are like, I'm bored. Like, go fuck yourself. We're trying to. I was literally trying to find plasma on the dark web. It's like it was not a boring time.
Wow. Yeah, that's not on your Amazon cart.
No.
Mm-hmm. Nah.
Well, not yet. Not yet, at least. Amazon got a lot of shit.
They sure do.
You think the drones are going to happen?
How did you? What did you do during this time? Did you do a lot of writing?
Yeah, I was writing a lot. I've got a pretty good amount of material, and I've been working on a business too, just like a totally different business. Yet it's about to be launched. Part of it is that I do not want to die broke, because I've been to a couple broke funerals, and it's the most depressing shit in the world when they pass that basket around. Especially when some comedians threw drink tickets in that bitch.
A couple Metro cards.
Yeah. Got a couple swipes left on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's sobering. Because
Did I make it depressing?
No, that's very prominent in our industry, but quite frankly, it's prominent for a lot of people because that's how capitalism works.
Well, yeah,
it doesn't work for some people.
But, and during this time, so many people were dying. In certain instances, they couldn't even have proper funerals because they were just throwing people in these like refrigerators and just getting the body out of the way. So it's a crazy time right now. I know that like now that we're getting back into things, we don't know like when exactly they're gonna start letting people do shows inside. But do any of you do you have plans, Richie, to do any road work?
I'm not in a rush, man. Like I know it's probably it's kind of a dissenting opinion, but like I want to make sure shit's safe first. And the last time I was on stage, well, before when the pandemic was hitting, for that for like actual stage, it was down in Miami when I was recording that album. And you know how the lights hit us differently, we see the effect of the lights different. I was watching myself spit on the front row. And it's just like, I'm talking, but I'm like, holy fuck, these people are insane. This is crazy that they're here right now. So I don't know, man. I love the dog shit out of comedy, but I'm not trying to rush it.
Right.
Make sure it's safe.
Yeah.
I got a road gig coming up in a couple of weeks, and I'm like, are y'all serious? Like, y'all really? Come?
Where are you?
Some college, like a medical college up in Syracuse.
A medical college?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you might have to. I'm sure they got you up there.
Yeah, they're gonna have everything set up. Because it's funny because I did NYU right here, virtual. I was like, y'all, I could have got on the E train. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But it's funny that I spent my entire career leaving my house, leaving my state, leaving my country, and now I don't even want to leave my house. I'm like, I've been doing Zoom shows like a mug. I'm like, leave my house.
I'm friends with an event planner, and she's furloughed until 2022. And it's because it's for two reasons. Because she does these like 20,000 person conventions and shit. And it's for two reasons. That it's one, that no company wants to put themselves on the line as being the one that mandated people fly into and stay in hotels and shit. But Tino, are you in a bowling alley? But you have to know that sounds like
clubs aren't.
It's always like that.
hot
You know,
dog
comes
shit.
in, it'd be like trains in the background and shit in the house.
Sorry, guys.
You know, the host can mute anybody at any time.
Hey guys, watching from my cement mixer. What the But no, the biggest thing though with big live events, she said, is that that you can't get event insurance. Because those big things need to carry their own separate insurance.
So how is the president having rallies?
True.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Take back.
Exactly.
Take back.
Yeah, they're outdoor.
You can say that.
They're outdoor, but also
You can say anything you want.
because those people are signing, like at
Right.
the national convention, they were signing an indemnity waiver.
Yeah.
That it was
Yeah.
full on, if you go the full Ben Carson, or no, not Ben Carson. Shit, what was the guy's name? Howard,
Herman Cain.
Herman Cain. Yeah, if you go the full Herman Cain, that you can't sue him.
Damn.
Oh.
You really gotta want to see somebody.
Yeah,
Dude, I wouldn't do it for Prince. Prince come back from the dead. I'm like, dude, you gotta wait till we got the vaccine, son.
Oh, you taking it back?
All of those people are deniers.
No, I'm not.
They all think
okay.
it's
I was
fake.
about to say, don't do that.
All right. How about this? What stranger would you hook up with right now? Like no mask.
What you mean?
What? You mean like a date?
Like
Who would
no,
you be?
like what celebrity would you just be like, fuck it, I'll roll these dice?
Oh.
Yeah, that's a better way to put it.
I mean,
Wayne
I
the
don't
Rock
know,
Johnson.
man. Well, I got a temperature gun.
He's already
that I
got
use
antibodies. That's
for-
cheating.
So, if
Oh, right.
the temperature
Jason
gun don't go
Momoa.
red, it's that's fair play.
Wait, who are you going for, Kenny?
Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa.
Okay, yes, agreed.
I'm glad I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
That's
Aquaman.
Lisa Bonet's husband.
Who?
Lisa Bonet's husband. He was also the Dothraki in Game of Thrones. Just man.
He
just
was
man.
Aquaman?
Yes,
I just saw Leighann go through something.
Oh, the Aquaman dude.
Oh, he's
Aquaman.
He's got this like dirty
Okay,
boy, but
man.
Yeah.
So,
You
you
got
like
to say
Vikings, huh? No.
I was going to say my neighbor, but no, those are good answers. Those are really good answers. This bitch could get it.
Listen, I don't know if this goes on much longer. I don't know, because it's just me and the cat, and I'm not his type.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Oh, that's crazy.
Dude, I
catnip.
don't know if it's related. I was doing a lot of kettlebells, but there was also a lot of Pornhub. And at one point, I developed tendonitis in my thumb, and so like I couldn't use it at all. Like it was like any kind. So Kenny, when's the last time you switch hit, bro?
Yo, you know what? That's just crazy.
Dude,
That's just crazy.
you ever?
Here and address your kettlebell technique, but I'm gonna be quiet.
No, all I'm
Yeah,
saying
we'll
is
discuss this later. Have you ever tried?
when you're young, you go with your strong hand. When you get a little older, you go finesse.
Oh,
And then even older than that, you go without.
no.
You gotta that's why people say don't die alone.
Is it the same for? Is it the same for girls? Because like, is your left hand just useless, or your opposite hand?
Nah, man, I cut hair with both hands.
Oh, ambidextrous, dude. I got nothing.
Women
Me going
multitask.
lefty, it's like a guy that lost a bet
Oh,
and he like just does a really bad job to make sure he's not gay. It's so bad.
listen, I gotta be
What?
on both hands, man. My girl got a lot of toys. Enough to make another dude.
Yeah.
You gotta be
Yeah.
careful because Legos get lost in the wrong spot. And that's
I
really
mean, I went to charge my phone and something buzzed in my hand.
Well,
Wait,
I guess I can officially say this conversation is taking quite a turn.
It's been doing
it's
that.
what I do. It's what I do.
Well done, sir. Well done.
You know, it happens. Don't ever come back to the room and accidentally sit on the vibrator. That makes
It's
you
not an accident.
feel violated.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it happened to me. I'm just saying if you think about it.
So did she? So you got into this relationship with her having all these toys?
Listen, man. When you meet somebody, you gotta accept them for who they are. You know, you can't be trying to change people. And
What is this madness?
That means yes.
I thought one of the rules was that
That means she got sick of all the toys and she was like, you know what? I think I need a person now. The toys have gotten boring.
Yeah, but
So
I thought one of
So you
the
get your electric bill, and that's real.
Yeah, I thought you're supposed to get all new toys for the new relationship.
Yeah.
Toys are for when you're alone.
If this is some of that Jamal, some of these Jamal buzzers and Jamal.
Yeah, they all got names.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing a name out there. I hope it's not really Jamal.
Yeah.
Go get Mr.
Yeah.
General. He pays the bills.
Let's go to a clip of some of the stuff we go to Richie, because this is when people been saying a lot of stuff about hecklers the last couple weeks, like how do you handle a heckler and whatnot. And this right here is, I think, like one of the best heckler.
Yourself, let that shit out. Yeah, that's just like
You like it.
honey. You don't have to talk. Those pants are so tight we can read your lips.
What I like right there. Oh, that part. You see
That
how
bit rate fucked us up, huh?
He acted like he had just got off the swing set and said that to her.
Was this pre-me too?
What did you say?
Yeah, you couldn't tell with the video.
She yelled something out, and he said, go ahead, Richie, what'd you tell her?
I think I said you don't have to say anything, honey, because those pants are so tight we can read your lips.
Yeah, I heard the last part.
Tino said, is that
pre-me
too?
Dude, she was horrible. It was like she ruined like 4 sets in a row, but she was dressed like she was at a porn convention and just hammered and just caught like. But what you couldn't make out was that she was going, "You like dick, you like dick."
Yeah, that's what I heard. I was like,
yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure I heard that. Listen, you mouth off like that, you're fair game.
Yeah,
you brought it on yourself.
Yep.
The only way you get that kind of huge pop is if somebody has already hung themselves in front of the room. You know, like you can't go hard early.
No,
but like if you let the room already hate this person, that's when you can really tee them up. You know,
it's the dark side of the force. Feel the hate. Let it build.
Drop it on them, Camille. What you got this week?
oh, my recreations?
Yeah.
What did I send you? I forgot.
You can do it from
what I sent. You want me to do it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen. Great. Let me find it. because I don't want y'all seeing all my other stuff on
What else
accident.
you got? What else you got?
What else I got? What do you mean?
You said you don't want us to see all your other stuff. What else you got over there?
Oh,
Yeah,
like
I want to see that stuff.
Pornhub.
I don't want to.
You gonna make Richie's
No.
hands start having
I think it was the kettlebell.
Mm-hmm. Did you actually see someone
Oh,
to get?
Yeah, over like online. I was doing a virtual physical therapist.
wow.
No, I don't know. I only ask because that kind of stuff you go, oh, it'll heal over time on its own.
Yeah.
oh man, you got carpal tunnel.
Yeah, no, dude, it's crazy. Like I would brush it against something, and it was like a 9 out of 10 pain. Like, it's just crazy.
See,
not cool.
this is why people shouldn't exercise. It's dangerous.
Yeah,
Exercise.
Kettlebells. I'm going with the kettlebell.
yeah.
What,
That'll get a flashlight, people.
what was your Pornhub selection?
Me?
Okay.
I got into
Sorry.
stuff porn.
Go ahead, your clip.
Oh my. Okay, here's the thing. I'm getting it. I thought I sent it to you. That's why I was like, wait, I'm confused. What's happening? We're getting it. You guys know about Richie's burn.
So Tino,
Okay.
Yes, sir.
every Camille, how close are you?
I'm opening it up. I'm opening it, but you can. Okay. All right. Okay. Here we go. Here we go.
Pre-production meeting really paid off, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't exist.
I
tell
met
me
my
when
last
you see it.
girlfriend. Can I punt till
Do
it
you see
comes? Oh yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
Yeah.
We can't hear it. Share audio.
Mm-hmm.
Share audio. We can't hear it. We can't hear it, Camille.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should bail on this.
Camille, we can't hear it.
I don't want to be the one.
Camille, we couldn't hear it.
You couldn't hear any of it?
Nothing.
I knew it. Dude, Camille was sitting there feeling it. She's like, right?
Like, great. We was like,
You got out of that, like, hit me with your praise.
How do you?
I'm
Oh, okay, now I
Yeah.
see Leah's. Now I see Leann's message. Jeez,
I just sent it. Because they kept saying we can't hear it and you couldn't hear that. So I'm like, let me try an alternate form of communication.
well,
Hey.
there's no better time than to go to the Punisher right now. Tino # Romero and let us.
Oh man, great.
Puns of the week.
Great. Yeah. Thank you very much, guys. Sorry I was late.
You always late.
And
It don't matter.
But yeah, wow. Whew. You guys were talking of a lot of subjects that I wanted to address. I met my last girlfriend while playing chess. I made the first move.
Of course.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
Check.
Yeah, you're
I know.
no rook. Am I right?
Yeah, I'm no rook, you know.
Technically, you can't open with a rook. It has to be with a pawn. I should stop talking.
Oh,
Hey.
You're no
back
rough.
with you. She just back with you.
Can we
The
mute that
strongest
lady?
move is a castle.
But yeah, man, you guys were talking real pornographic, man. Shit. Yeah, I'll be watching porn. Yeah, just for the fuck of it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, man. You guys was talking about dildo too, I was upset when my girlfriend bought a strap-on dildo, but I put it behind me.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. What else? Let's go dirty, guys. Let's get dirty. Let's stay dirty, all right? Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna break up with this squirter. Yeah, but we came too far. Thank you. Yeah, get nasty. Yeah, it's a nasty show. It's a nasty show. Yeah.
Can I say anything?
Yeah.
We're not allowed, Leighann.
I mean, sorry.
We got yelled at
No,
last time.
the English major in me is thinking you could have gone with the past tense of came and the joke still would have worked. We've come too far. Sorry. The writer in me is editing. I'm sorry.
Enough of this
And you could have spelled come, C-U-M.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine. You know what I mean?
That's how Pornhub would spell it.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I tried joining the porno industry. Yeah, but I got screwed.
See, women like that too much. That's not that funny. No, I'm just playing.
No, man.
I just like the
Hashtag me too.
I just like the character of Leighann Lord, pun editor.
Okay. True story. This is why I don't really do dating apps, because I read the profiles and I'm editing and correcting and proofreading. It's very frustrating. Because I'm like, no, because my thing is, how can you be a man of your word when so many of them are spoken?
Come on.
Presentation is key. Words matter.
Yeah.
Misunderstood.
Yeah. No, there's a business in that.
Speaking of words.
Editing it.
Let me finish.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I never told anyone that I was good at Scrabble. Don't put words in my mouth.
Thank God you finished.
There you go.
That really went over the fence.
I knew I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, got greedy.
I got greedy.
What's your pun of the week?
Pun of the week. What do we got? Dirty show. Let's keep it dirty. Yeah.
You don't want to talk religion?
Religion? Okay. Let's do something religious. Okay. Yeah. I told a bad joke about Jesus Christ. My girlfriend wanted to crucify me. Thank you very much, guys. That is the pun of the week. Have a good night.
You're going to hell for that one.
Yeah.
It's already full of truth. It'll be fun.
Camille, you looking at your screen like you know how to make the sound come on. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You remember how we did it last time.
You got to hit share audio. Push. You got that?
Guys, whatever happens, even if we hear it, we're not going to tell her we heard it. Okay?
Are we going to fake laugh?
No, the opposite. Even if it's good, don't laugh. We didn't hear it.
Does she know she muted herself?
You muted yourself.
Yeah, she jinxes herself.
You muted yourself.
Where does it say share audio? Where does it say that?
All right.
The bottom left-hand corner.
Where's that? What do you mean?
On the bottom left.
On here?
It says share screen.
Where is that? Okay, I did share screen. I'm sharing my screen. Now, see, this is
It's a little box.
What do you mean?
Stop sharing your screen and then put share
okay.
audio. You see it?
Just put share audio.
Now share screen.
Mm-hmm. Some screens let you share audio. Look, share audio. Checkbox on the next window.
There you go.
Share screen, and then where does it say audio though?
Bottom left.
Your entire screen.
What kind
It
of
just
computer
says
you
share.
got?
It doesn't say a MacBook.
Oh, well then do it right.
I mean, I can share it, and I'll just do share entire screen. Maybe that'll help. Does that help at all? We'll see. Do you? Okay. Do you hear anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do. Okay. Great.
Yeah. Let it. Yeah.
I'm calling the cops on you because you're selling weed wrongfully. Wait, who is it?
Your call is racist before we dispatch the police. So what is your emergency?
But what for?
Yes, to see if your call is racist.
That doesn't even make sense. Like my
Due to the high levels of deaths based off of callers who were racially biased.
Okay, but like, how would you even know? Like, I do yoga. I can't be racist.
We're trained to see if your call is racist.
Oh, yeah, you're training in it. As if you, that's not reverse racism.
It's not reverse racism. Nor does that exist.
Oh, it doesn't exist, Miss Attitude. Let me speak to the manager right now.
I am the manager.
Oh, manager. Let me speak to the owner then. Well, then let me just speak to the police, okay?
Directly to the police, and you never could. You just spoke with the dispatcher.
This is ridiculous. This is.
We can talk it out and see if.
I'm not going to talk to some Antifa crazy lady.
And that's my TikTok
I could have
of the
watched
week.
more of that. I couldn't hear it though.
You want to see more?
Yeah. Couldn't hear it.
You still
Who's
can
that?
hear it?
Who's that dispatcher? The dispatcher, she had a good poker face.
She did.
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah. She was Asian.
Tino, you look like Alfred Hitchcock. We can only see your silhouette, nothing else.
There you go.
Every week.
Yeah. Sorry,
Every week.
You guys caught me on the road. You guys caught me on the road. So
is it anything that either of you guys can tell any up and coming comics that are looking to extend their career in comedy and for the long haul? What would you tell them?
Don't take advice from me.
nah.
Don't do what I did.
Come on.
Do not do what I did.
Which would be
you opened up for Cat Williams, man. You're doing good. You have a good resume.
Yeah. No, I mean, there's no wrong way to do it right. Like do whatever feels right for you and be true to yourself and get up as much as you can. Right now it's a fucked up time. So do whatever you can, man. Hustle your ass off. That's all it is. It's a hustle.
Yeah. And sell out early. Don't wait.
Don't
wait. Either sell out or get out. Some people stay in too long and then you can't get out. Where am I going? What office is going to take me back?
My gosh!
If you're 5 years in and not getting laughs, stop doing comedy.
Yeah.
Wow.
5 years is a decent marker.
Yeah.
And I've seen people go longer.
Yeah, man, for real.
But I would definitely.
How can the people follow you guys on social media before we go?
Leighann?
How can the people follow you?
You can follow me. Veryfunnylady.com is my website, because even
Wow.
people liked me by the end of the night, they were too drunk to spell my name. So veryfunnylady.com is how you find me. Of course, I'm on Instagram and Twitter that way.
Everything for me is at Richie Redding, and you can catch my album. It's called the #1 album of the year. They can't stop you from naming it that, so I called it the #1 album of the year. It looks great when it comes up. You really think it's the #1 album, but yeah, check that out. It's very funny, and like I said, I recorded the last set before the world changed. So check it out.
Nice.
Camille?
Hey, you can find me at Camille Comedy on Instagram, Camille Comedy 2 on TikTok, and subscribe to my new podcast, SLUT Housewives.
Oh, I like that. Tino.
Yeah. Tino, you can find me on IG, like the kids say, Pandemoniums, with an S at the end. Tino Romero on Facebook, and I'm on TikTok too.
Well, I'm Kenny Warren. I'm your host every week here at Bronx Weekly Show. You can follow me at Kenny Warren on Facebook and at _the_average_black_man on Instagram. We'll be back next week, Thursday, 9 p.m., same time, same place. Much love, y'all.
Yeah, Average Black Man. Hey guys, pleasure.